you don't have insurance.
For that one day, I would have covered it myself, though. I would have covered it. I would have had it help fixing it, anything, if she would have just contacted me. It was a lack of communication.
To play character, the actor must first walk a mile in their shoes.
Oh, this is gonna be hilarious.
You belong singing in our finale.
It just keeps getting better and better.
America, get ready.
The Voice, live Monday and Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
I'm Tommy Modesto. Join me for Soki's Choice on News 40 Sunrise. Every Tuesday, we'll showcase the top local entertainment, events, and happenings taking place across the South Central Kentucky region.
Soki's Choice, brought to you by J.C. Kirby & Son.
When you get Hughes & Coleman, it can make a big difference. Insurance offer, $300,000. Our result, $1 million. Call 800-800-4600.
Hi, I'm Angie Steinhorst.
And my name is Mark Steinhorst, and we are the proud owners of Tuffy. We went down to Clarksville and left Tuffy here with a dog sitter. Tuffy shot out past him and took off running.
They posted, I think it was that night or the very next morning, on the Warren County, Kentucky Lost and Found page. Your pet goes missing or is lost, immediately get on that page. If we didn't have a sense of community, just being newer here, we certainly came out of this whole experience with a sense of community.
This December, Kelly's All New.
Jewelry bargain pawn shop. Twice the jewelry, half the price.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us here tonight for News 40 at 5. I'm Noah Fairber.
And I'm Chris Allen. It's a finally Friday. Welcome into this Friday afternoon and evening. It's been a windy day, warm.
That's always good, but we're going to see that rain coming in over the weekend. And
see, all of this is adding up to that. It's starting to ramp up. All the moisture, all the wind, all of that's going to eventually bring us the rain. 4-hour clouds and radar together shows that over the last 4 hours, we've not seen anything in the form of rain, but it'll soon come later tonight and into the day tomorrow. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of rain in the area. Right now, AAA Systems live cam downtown Bowling Green, looking at Pierce Ford Tower and the beautiful sky. Once again, a gorgeous sunset with those high clouds, and now some mid and low level clouds beginning to move in just ahead of the system that will bring us rain. So tonight, increasing clouds, breezy, mild showers coming in late, and winds gusting 15 to 25 miles per hour with a low of 56. We'll talk about how much rain and the stormy weather for tomorrow coming up in just a few minutes.
Our top story tonight, in response to the Kentucky State Auditor report that inappropriate payments were made from the Team Kentucky Tornado Relief Fund, Governor Andy Beshear says the state-run disaster relief funds should serve as models for getting aid to victims. Auditor Mark Harmon's office released a report earlier this week that said the inappropriate payments included duplicate payments, overpayments, and ineligible payments, and represented a 0.5% error rate. That's just a tiny fraction of the total spent through June 30th. The governor says the findings show that the funds are well run and the money was well spent.
It ought to be an approach and a vehicle that we use in the future because it's so hard for families to get the help they need immediately after and in the interim.
Beshear says the Tornado Relief Fund raised tens of millions of dollars through donations from individuals and organizations from around the world. The fund paid funeral expenses of storm victims, provided direct payments to survivors, and have aided long-term recovery efforts. Well, Kentucky's U.S. Senators and Bourbon
Association says come January 1st, the European Union is set to hit their industry with a 50% tariff on all whiskey exports.
To see really needlessly high tariffs reimposed at a doubled rate would be tremendously awful for our industry.
European tariffs were first imposed in 2018 at 25% in retaliation to U.S. tariffs on aluminum and steel. Until it lifted in 2021, Jack Mazarak says that lost the industry hundreds of millions of dollars in exports, and it affects bourbon's production at every turn.
That means corn produced by our local farmers, barrels staves. You know, a lot of the supply chain for bourbon is also here in Kentucky, and that's why companies choose to come here.
Mazurek points out that reimposing those tariffs impacts more than just the bourbon industry. As less people learn about and buy those products overseas, that means less people who are taking trips here to experience all that Kentucky has to offer.
Our tourism is becoming more and more international. That's a big spend, and that's a lot for, you know, a lot of income for counties and cities and the state to have people coming in from all over the world.
The bourbon and spirits industries continue to flourish in Kentucky, supporting 35,000 jobs and $14 million in state economic activity.
Overall, the industry is very hopeful. Our production is going up. We're putting away more barrels to age, but we want to be able to share that with the world.
So this Christmas, Mazurek says their distilleries are hoping for a miracle.
We would love to just be done with this tariff situation once and for all, but at the very least, another 2-year suspension.
In more local news, closer to home, a heads up for any one of you planning to attend the City of Edmonton Christmas Parade tomorrow. City officials say that the parade is being rescheduled because of the expected rain and possible thunderstorms on Saturday. The parade is now being planned for Saturday, December 16th at 5 p.m. Officials say the parade lineup and judging will stay the same. Home Instead Senior Care had a successful year with their Be a Santa for a Senior event. Having done the donation drive for over 20 years, the drive seeks to give seniors, many of whom are low income, things that they need day to day. Businesses and individuals pick up sponsor cards and donate goods to the office, which are in turn given out to seniors across the Barren River area.
We are just extremely thankful. Up until 2 weeks ago, you know, we weren't sure if all of our angels are going to get picked up this year. You know, with the economy the way that it is, some people are really struggling. But honestly, the community in this area really came through for us.
If anyone wants to donate, Home Instead is more than happy to accept what they need or put you in touch with another group that needs more things like blankets, grippy socks, and other goods. Well, some local students are gearing up for winter break by repairing broken Warren County Schools devices for staff and students. News 40's Corinna Shadone is in studio tonight with that story.
The holiday season is the time for giving, and a few high school students are giving back to other students across the district. Take a look. With only 5 days until winter break, Warren County Public School District technicians are holding Repair-a-Palooza.
We had over 300 devices that need to be repaired, and we thought it would be a good idea as a little Christmas present to the schools and the staff to repair as many as possible before Christmas break to get them back in the hands of students.
A great deal of the repairs are accomplished by students who work at the help desk in Warren Central High School.
We get to like be known, like, you know, other schools still have the help desk, like it's not just at Central, but Warren Central, we're like, we go places, we do things, and it's really exciting to get it out there.
Help desk students work during the school day to fix any technical problems teachers or students may run into, using skills they have gained through hands-on experience.
Typically, I do a little crash course showing them like, this is what things are, but the best way to teach them is to just let them have test devices that are broken and let them play with them. Take them apart, get the screen off, put it back on, and go from there. Just hands-on experience.
Not only do students repair devices and track information, but they work together with their colleagues to problem solve, preparing them for the future.
It definitely goes in with my career, like, that I'm wanting to do. And if that doesn't work out, then this is absolutely what I would do. It gives you a responsibility, and it's helping me, like, really follow what I need to do.
Help desk students and Warren County Public School technicians repaired about 300 devices during this year's Repair-a-Palooza. Noah?
All right, Corinna. Well, if you're looking for something fun to do while on winter break, look no further than a unique opportunity in Barren County. After 3 years of trying, an ice skating rink is coming to Glasgow. River Lake Church and Glasgow Parks and Recreation are bringing hope and joy to the community with 3 nights of free ice skating and surprises that you don't want to miss to help those who may be facing difficult times.
And I was like, oh my goodness, could you imagine if we brought that to this town? Who knew? But it was possible, and I thought if we could make that happen for our community, especially in this season, It is our Let Hope In initiative. It's a big part of that this year, and the goal with that is to bring joy and hope in a time that is really hard.
To help everyone get some of the holiday joy back, the ice skating rink will be free from 4 to 8 p.m. on December 18th, 19th, and 20th. Well, now to Kentucky on the national stage, as tonight we're digging into data released by UCLA's Williams Institute regarding LGBT populations in each state. And you might be surprised to learn where Kentucky lands on that list. Megan Mannering breaks it down for us.
According to the latest study, just behind Washington, D.C., Kentucky has the most LGBT adults per capita, with an estimated 10.5% of the population identifying as lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender.
And if the Williams Institute says that Kentucky has the highest percentage of LGBTQ folks of any state in the nation, I mean, I'm going to believe it and celebrate it and say, look, I'm not all that terribly surprised.
Chris Hartman of the Fairness Campaign points to the dozens of pride festivals across the Commonwealth, groundbreaking fairness ordinances established years ago, and ongoing advocacy efforts from groups like his.
That type of groundwork that our organizations laid 2.5 decades ago is exactly what has made us a more attractive place for LGBTQ folks to come.
And it's not just the bluegrass state rolling out the rainbow carpet. The study found that the South has the largest LGBT population of any region. It also noted, nationwide, 1 in 6 young adults identifies as LGBT.
Folks are finding the safety, the networks, the community that they need to feel safe and supported to be able to come out.
But despite a seemingly accepting world and state, Kentucky lawmakers don't have the LGBT community's best interest in mind, according to Hartman.
Now, the state legislature is doing everything it can, unfortunately, to keep LGBTQ folks away.
All legislative session long, the hot button topic in Kentucky was Senate Bill 150, which included a ban on gender-affirming care for transgender youth.
And really, I think it is still probably the most anti-LGBTQ piece of legislation that was passed in the entire country this year.
When a new legislative session begins on January 2nd, Hartman hopes to hear every voice in his community when new bills challenge the 10.5%.
I want all 10.5% of Kentucky's LGBT population to show up in Frankfort, to make your voices heard. We have a moral mandate to protect our queer kids in the Commonwealth of Kentucky at all costs.
Still to come on News 40 at 5, the potential of having a universal flu shot is closer than you think. We'll have updates on the latest research for this vaccine in just a bit. But first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is back with a full look at our forecast. You're taking a look at that beautiful view outside. He'll tell you what you can expect coming up for your weekend right after this.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
Summer skies, they warm up everything. Then fall comes around, and you know it's getting near. Christmas is my favorite time.
Experience so much Christmas the way Santa does.
I'm waking up my day, so let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on, keep the morning moving right along.
Watch WNKY News 40 Sunrise for the latest in local news.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise.
Weather on the 4s to get you out the door.
Good morning to everyone at home.
And local events and entertainment to jumpstart your day.
News 40 Sunrise Way.
Weekday mornings starting at 6.
At Abound Credit Union, we're for your peace of mind and solutions that are a piece of cake. We're for bills getting smaller and cash flow getting larger. We're for consolidating debt and saving you money, because Abound is for personal loans that bring value for living.
The UPS store on Scottsville Road supports small businesses from start to finish to marketing projects of all sizes. We can help grow your small business. Call us today to discuss your printing needs. The UPS store on Scottsville Road, your local printing solution.
Right now, a brand new move-in ready Jayco home is more affordable than you might think.
Jago Homes has the gift of a low 5.5% 30-year fixed interest rate that's guaranteed for the life of your loan. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your family will be comfortable throughout the year with our exclusive Energy Smart technology. Find your dream home today at jagohomes.com. Yes, you really can be home for the holidays.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, you mentioned those thunderstorms that are coming in. We've had such a nice week of weather, and these storms are just going to put a damper on everything.
Yeah, and like you were saying about the Edmondson parade, we're scheduled for tomorrow. Yeah, Metcalfe County going to be moved to next Saturday. It's just a lot of wind, a lot of rain, so we've got to make adjustments where we need to. As we take a look outside live from our new AAA Systems live cam from Reservoir Hill, looking downtown. Actually, in this shot, looking more south, you can see Pierce Ford Tower there in the background, and look at all the clouds that are continuing to thicken up as we're now past sunset, and now the clouds are just going to continue to build as we go into the overnight hours, and with that incoming cold front, then the rain will start to move in. We're at 61 right now with a south wind at 16, occasionally some gusts to near 30, and that will continue overnight tonight. We're starting to saturate the moisture a little bit more in the atmosphere, even though it's dry right now. The moisture will start to thicken up as well with the clouds as we get into the overnight. 63 was the official high today in Bowling Green. 51 is the normal, so we were 12 degrees above normal. 44, we started out a bit milder this morning here in Bowling Green. 33 is where we normally are at this hour, or for today, I should say, for a low. Wind gusts are coming out of the south. There we go, 23 miles per hour here in Bowling Green, 22 in Morgantown, generally 15 to 20. With occasional gusts of 25 to 30, and this is going to continue overnight and throughout the day tomorrow, so don't think the winds are going to die down at any point, not until we get this frontal boundary in here. Now, this is a potent system, but this is not, and I underscore not, the kind of setup that we had December 11th 2 years ago. I know you're thinking December, tomorrow's the 9th, only a few days away from the second anniversary. This is going to be somewhat different in that the better dynamics will be further south of us, even though tomorrow morning we'll see some strong to severe storms in Arkansas, Mississippi, northern Louisiana. And then as we get into the afternoon, yes, some of that severe weather threat tries to ease into southern Kentucky, but if we can keep clouds in here for much of the day, that will lessen the severe weather threat, and we just get a lot of wind and a lot of rain. And the rainfall is going to come down pretty good as that system starts to stall a little bit and as that wave of low pressure rides along the front. So that is how this is going to stack up. And I think the bigger chance here of significant weather is going to be the wind and the rain. Still looking at 1 to 2 inches of rain, with the higher amounts being a little bit south and east of the Bowling Green area. So that, we hope, is what's going to be the case tomorrow. There could be a strong storm or two, certainly possible. 56 tonight, breezy and mild with showers late and gusty winds. And then tomorrow, 100% chance of rain, 67, a windy day, much colder as we get into Sunday. And as you see, we go from 44 to 25. And if there's any precipitation laying around, yeah, we might see a wet snowflake mixed in. After that, dry and seasonable with highs in the 50s. Here's what's coming up tonight on NBC 40.
Hardee's newest handcrafted recipe, candied bacon, coated with caramelized brown sugar and a hint of pepper to add a whole new level of goodness to breakfast, lunch, dinner, or anytime. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
The Leachman Christmas Spectacular is officially back at Leachman Buick GMC. With your in-store vehicle purchase, take home a 55-inch smart TV. With incredible offers on all new and pre-owned inventory, drive home in your new Terrain for as low as $299 a month. Or check out all our deals on wheels at LeachmanAuto.com. And while it's fun to receive, we can't wait to give. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a 55-inch smart TV.
Need to turn the living room into a guest room? Ford's has the answer. Sofa sleepers. We have a great selection in any size from twin to king. Choose either traditional or memory foam mattresses. Available now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green.
Car wreck? When you get Hughes & Coleman, it can make a big difference. Here's what I mean. Insurance offer, $3,000. Our result, $156,000. Insurance offer, $0. Our result, $385,000. Insurance offer, $300,000. Our result, $1 million. After an accident, if you want to get the money you deserve, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
Ah, the joys of Christmas, decorating, time with family, and Santa freaking out your kids. Submit your Scared of Santa photos for a chance to win a big prize pack from these local businesses. Enter now at WNKY.com/contests.
The competition is on. This is nerve-wracking. Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or a country fried steak biscuit. Any two, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Seasonal flu cases continue to rise across most of the country, especially in the south, west, and mountain regions, according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Health experts say getting a flu shot is the best way to protect against severe illness, and in the future, you may not have to roll up your sleeve every year to get it. In today's Health Minute, where we stand when it comes to a universal flu shot and what the latest research means for the future of other vaccines as well.
Excuse me.
It's been a long time coming, but research into a universal flu shot is inching forward.
We're now ready to test the vaccine in people to see if we get the same responses as we got in our animal models.
Ted Ross is the Global Director of Vaccine Development at Cleveland Clinic. His program is trying to make a flu vaccine that won't have to be manufactured each year. It would protect against all strains of the virus.
You wouldn't have to wait for a particular season. And as long as we have long-lived immunity, then we would be protected this year, the next year, the year after without having to get a booster shot.
Ross hopes it would encourage more people to get vaccinated, but the virus wouldn't go away completely. He says that since it's present in animals as well, the vaccine would have to be updated every once in a while.
We've now done all our preclinical testing, and we are in the manufacturing stage of our vaccines to do a human trial in 2024 and in 2025.
So far this season, there have been at least 1.8 million illnesses, 17,000 hospitalizations, and more than 1,000 deaths from flu. Ross says a universal flu vaccine is likely still about 5 years or less away. But the new technology his team is using could also be useful in work on other viruses like COVID, too.
It will actually be able to make the vaccine more effective, long-lasting, and reduce the number of vaccinations people need to get over their lifetime.
The CDC wants you to know it's not too late to get vaccines. The agency says it takes about 2 weeks for flu, COVID-19, and RSV vaccines to provide optimal protection. That means you can still achieve that level of protection in time for Christmas. Health experts say it's also beneficial to be protected throughout the winter months. Vaccination is low this year, and fewer than 2 in 5 adults and children have gotten the flu vaccine. About 16% of adults and 7% of kids have the latest COVID vaccine, while 15% of people 60 and older who are recommended to get the RSV vaccine have done so. All this while hospitalizations for these infections are rising. Even though it takes 2 weeks to achieve maximum protection, vaccines offer some protection before then. Well, federal safety regulators have an important warning to parents everywhere this holiday season. Be aware of high-powered magnetic balls in toy sets. The Consumer Product Safety Commission has recalled more than 700 units of the colorful metal magnetic balls from Express Goods. Consumers should immediately take them from children and contact the company for a refund. The agency says if swallowed, the magnetic balls can attract to each other and become lodged in the digestive system. This can result in perforations, blockage of the intestines, blood poisoning, and even death. The CPSC estimates there were 2,400 emergency room visits from 2017 through 2021 due to people swallowing small magnetic balls. 7 deaths were reported, including 5 in the U.S. Well, still to come on News 40 at 5, Hunter Biden has been indicted once again on 9 counts related to tax offenses. We'll have more details right after this.
Home is more than a house.
Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardiance at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too. Jardiance may cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to a sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction, and don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with the sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with the big story to tell.
Graves Gilbert Clinic strives to provide the best healthcare service in our region year after year. By being the largest physician-owned medical group in Kentucky, we're able to best serve our patients. In 2021 alone, we served over 1 million patients. We're proud to say our ACO rating is number 2 for quality nationwide. And we were voted number 6 best place to work in Kentucky for healthcare. We're honored to serve the South Central Kentucky area with quality and compassionate healthcare.
Tune in for my new game show, Person, Place, or Thing. Hopscotch. Someone came to play.
On WNKY, NBC 40.
President Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, is now facing a second criminal case brought by the Justice Department. The charges span 9 counts, including failure to file and pay taxes, evasion of assessment, and false or fraudulent tax return. Julia Benbrook has more from the White House.
Most voters are able to disentangle what happens with the president versus what happens with friends and family. But we know that things are much more partisan these days.
This is the second criminal case that Special Counsel David Weiss has brought against Hunter Biden. The latest charges span 9 counts, including 6 misdemeanor tax offenses and 3 felony tax offenses.
There's a political component to this case, which is not to say that the special prosecutor, Mr. Weiss, is doing anything inappropriate, but I think there is certainly political pressure that exists in this case that you would not see with regard to other matters.
The 56-page indictment alleges that Hunter failed to pay at least $1.4 million in self-assessed federal taxes between 2016 and 2019. The indictment also alleges that he spent millions of dollars on an extravagant lifestyle rather than paying his tax bills, stating his money was spent on drugs, escorts and girlfriends, luxury hotels and rental properties, exotic cars, clothing, and other items of a personal nature. Hunter Biden's attorney, Abby Lowell, said in a statement that, based on the facts and the law, if Hunter's last name was anything other than Biden, the charges in Delaware and now California would not have been brought. Lowell added Hunter Biden paid his taxes in full in 2021. If convicted, the president's son could face up to 17 years in prison. Hunter's team will be fighting these charges as his father campaigns for a second term in the White House. Reporting in Washington, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Stay tuned because we'll have a final check of your forecast when we return.
The Haven at Massey Springs is a special place. Alzheimer's and dementia residents need a special kind of care. So at the Haven, we take care of your loved one just like family. Our memory care program stimulates minds in a therapeutic environment and caters a plan of care as unique as your loved one.
Here at Massey Springs, family takes care of family, and it shows. Schedule your tour with us today.
Greenwood Ford Lincoln Mobile Service works where you work and can meet you when you need it. Our mobile service van is fully loaded with all the latest tools and diagnostic equipment. We provide a range of services, including oil and filter change, battery health checks, brake services, and tire rotation. Schedule your Greenwood Ford Lincoln mobile service online or by contacting Greenwood Ford Lincoln. With Greenwood Ford Lincoln mobile service, it's easy to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape.
I'm waking up my day. So let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on. Keep the morning moving right along. Yeah, I'm waking up my day. News 40 sunrise way. I'm waking up my day. WNKY. Yeah, we're the force to get you out the door. I'm waking up my day. The News 40 sunrise way.
Weekday morning starting at 6.
Right now, a brand new move-in ready Jaygo home is more affordable than you might think. Jaygo Homes has the gift of a low 5.5% 30-year fixed interest rate that's guaranteed for the life of your loan. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your home will be protected with our exclusive 210 home warranty, backed by our full-time service department. Find your dream home today at jaygohomes.com. Yes, you really can be home for the holidays.
Sundays are for football. WNKY 40 is your go-to for the NFL. Watch games all day on WNKY, CBS 40, and NBC 40.
Well, Chris, I was taking a look at your 7-day forecast, and I noticed something. That 20-degree drop-off from tomorrow to Sunday, man, that's going to be crazy to look at.
You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. But tonight, it's still mild, and it's going to stay that way. Breezy, too. 40% chance of showers, mainly late tonight. And those winds gusting 15 to 25 at times and a low of 56. So it's going to stay relatively mild tonight, and then the rain comes in, sometime after midnight.
And then it cools off earlier next week, and then we warm back up as we go into the middle of next week.
That's the way it's been going here lately.
At least I hope so. Well, as always, we appreciate you joining us tonight on News 40 at 5. We'll see you over on CBS at 6.
I couldn't see where she went after that fashion. That the individual has seen him.